nation army couldn't hold me back.
Welcome to the Heat versus the World podcast.
And
now, stand up and make some noise for your host, Joel Jacobs.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heat vs. the World podcast. As always, I'm your host, Joel, and with me, I got my guys, Kay and Alex. This is our first part of the new year, actually, which is crazy to think about because we're almost a month in. But regardless, bro, we happy to be back, and we got a lot to talk about this episode. All y'all Heat fans know what's going on. If y'all got internet, y'all got cable too. But we going to get in there and talk about all of it. But first, I'm just happy that we can get on here and talk about this Heat win last night. So in case y'all missed it, Miami went into Chicago and they took care of business. And, you know, this is going to be the first of 3 matchups we got coming up. So I can't wait for that. Thank you so much, Adam Silver, for doing your thing with that, because Lord knows we need to see these two teams go at it 3 times in a row. So thank you, Adam Silver, for that. But that ain't the reason why I'm here for. I ain't here to rant. The Heat went and they handled business yesterday, and overall, it was just a great win. You know, we started the game off good, and we ended the game off good for the most part. I have to say that because, you know, we got our moments specifically in that Orlando game where we was playing good, and then a whole bunch of BS just hit the fan. That wasn't the case last night, and I'm insanely happy about that. But I want to know how y'all feeling after this dub. We'll start off with you, Kay.
I mean, look, it was a decent win. They should have won by more. They allowed it to get close, but you like the grit and the fight that they showed as the game came down to win the game. Norm did a couple of silly things in the end, but, you know, it happens. They won the game. I'm just happy that they got the first out of the 3 that they're set to play. The three.
Don't even remind me. Alex, how about you?
So, yeah, man, glad we was able to pull out the dub after the somewhat demoralizing Orlando Magic loss. Now the Magic are a little broing us right now, so I ain't like that all season. But hey, man, it was like we tried to get a game away, but we were able to figure it out and get it done in the end, and that's all that matters, man. We got 2 more. We play tomorrow, and then we play Sunday against the Bulls again. So we just got like a mini play-in tournament championship situation going on since we play them in the play-in every year.
I didn't want to say that because I felt like I was going to come off negative by insinuating they was going to be in the play-in. So I'm glad you mentioned it instead, Alex. So listen, man, I'm just going to say that we got the dub, and that's great and all. But I do got to say we kind of in the middle of the pack right now. I don't know how to feel about that. But there's something we can do to fix that. Because now I'm going to go into the next topic. Y'all know what we came in here to talk about today's episode. Not no Bulls game, not all that other stuff. We're here to talk about Giannis, all right? Y'all done seen the reports. Y'all done seen all that other stuff. Giannis is on the market, all right? And I know some of y'all thinking, oh, well, he didn't actually request a trade, blah, blah, blah. Y'all know he's scared to do that, all right? The brother requested a trade in his own special way. He is now on the market, and we can get him. And I feel... you know, I'm not going to say I feel good because I got too much trauma from all them past trade sagas we've been through. But, yo, I'm going to say this is a good situation for the Heat to be in, all right? You know, it's so long we've been waiting for this moment. And I look at our package, and I think we might have something good to offer Milwaukee. I want to know how you guys feel, though. And we'll start off with you, Alex, or as your name below says, bring me Giannis. How you feel about this situation right now, and do you think we end up getting him?
Hey, man. I mean, like you said, dog, like us as Heat fans, I feel like we get passed. The Heat as a team get passed around so much when any type of star or all-star or superstar gets mentioned in any type of rumors. And so, like, with us striking out so many times, I'm almost like, it's like I get excited, but I've learned to numb myself to anything until something happens. So, like, obviously, as you see in my name, like heck yeah, if we can get Giannis and he can end up in Miami, I'm all for it. But I'm telling myself and I'm preparing myself that we're not getting him because I can't live with the freaking letdown of me being on the high. Oh yeah, we thinking we gonna get Dame. We thinking we gonna get Dame Lillard to the freaking Milwaukee Bucks, or in this scenario, Giannis to insert whatever team even live. I can't live with it, so I'm not even putting myself through that anymore. If we get them, you're gonna see me being Cam.
Let's see. So okay, so Alex, you're kind of like cutting out here and there, but I do get you for the most part. I'm on the same you, bro. Like, cause for me, as far as I'm concerned, I see Giannis not to be negative or anything, but as far as I'm concerned, in my mind, he's in a Knicks jersey or a Warriors jersey, and he gonna mentally stay like that until I see that Shams tweet come out or anything. All right. I imagine him in those uniforms until I get that. I gotta mentally train myself to that he on the Knicks or he on the Warriors or whatever other team that might get him, because I can't put myself through that. Because you mentioned this Dame situation, and I didn't even want to mention it, but since we opening the can of trauma right now, like I spent 2 months thinking that brother was going to be on the Miami Heat, and we saw what happened. All right, it took me a few days to recover from that. Like I don't know how. You know what? Let me not revisit all that because I can't do it. But Kay, how about you though, bro? Like, what were we thinking right now?
Why can't we have nice things? Why can't Giannis come here? I mean,
Exactly.
I don't know. So like I hear you guys and I understand, but I mean that's just how I go, man. Sometimes it don't work out. Like bro, like listen, here's what the crux of it is. People have this try and rightfully so. I'm not negating it or poo-pooing it, but people have this trauma because of what happened during the Jimmy Butler era of almost landing, never landing. You know what I mean? Never getting a guy to go along with him to help push him over the top after you watched him do what he did. You know what I mean? With the Miami Heat teams that he had. Okay. How did Jimmy Butler get to Miami? So there is a world where the Miami Heat can have nice things. I mean, yeah, of course, we all wish they would have did a little more to push it over the top. And I was one of the ones that was like, nah, I don't know if we should trade Tyler Hero a year or two ago. I don't know. I'm not. But I mean, you know, I was one of them. So maybe they could have did more as far as, you know, working with the pieces they had or going a different direction and try to move on for some other pieces. And this ain't about Tyler specifically, but that's always been a conversation. You get what I'm saying? Throughout the whole Jimmy Butler era with the Miami Heat and what we're talking about and the trauma of not being able to land that other superstar. I mean, you know, it's possible, man. We've done it before. Nobody thought LeBron and Bosh was going to come to Miami. Nobody foresaw Jimmy Butler coming to Miami and having the run that he had. It's highly possible. I'm not going to say probable, but it's more than possible that Giannis is going to end up in a Miami Heat jersey. I mean, just ask his mom. She's posting photos of him in you know, whatever the arena was called at the time. American Airlines at the time, probably. I mean, you know, look, man, Kaseo on top.
Listen, I couldn't agree more. And listen, there, and all I gotta say is to the Miami Heat front office, just my little motivational speech to y'all. Nobody believes in y'all right now. Okay, what are y'all prepared to do? Don't let. I'm not gonna say in the same way Michael Irvin do it, because you know what? I got folks in my house right now. I'm not trying to.
I was
But
just about to
don't
say.
let nobody go into your house and steal your meal. Do what y'all got to do today. Okay, I'm not nervous. I'm just saying. All right, like go in there and get Giannis, bro. Like everyone's saying that y'all needed Dwayne Wade to do all these things. You know, that's what I've been hearing. People be like, "Oh, well, y'all needed Dwayne Wade to recruit Jimmy to Miami. That's what got y'all in that position. Y'all need Dwayne Wade to get LeBron and Bosh to come here. Like they sleeping on y'all. Heat front office. What are y'all prepared to do about that? Okay, Dwayne Wade not there. Y'all got a chance to show y'all why y'all been that front office in the first place. Pat, they disrespecting your name, bro. I never shaded you one bit because I believe in you. And with that being said, I need you to go out there and show them what you're capable of doing, because I always believed in you. And because of that, I need you to go out there and make this trade happen. Show everyone that you don't need a Dwayne Wade to get you Giannis. You don't need none of that. You can go out there and you can make it happen. All right. And listen, all these other national media outlets, they can go back off. All right. Y'all be seeing them. Oh, you know what? Giannis need to go to Golden State. Blah, blah, blah. They got a good package. Listen, shout out to Jimmy. Prayers to him. I hate to see my brother go down like that. But y'all not gonna tell me that him on that big old contract to Golden State gonna please Milwaukee. All y'all saying that is smoking something powerful right now. I understand y'all trying to get some money right now. Y'all gonna get y'all clicks and whatnot. But Giannis not trying to go to Golden State. All right, that brother not trying to go there. They're not going to accomplish much. What will they have to offer in that tank once he get there? Nothing. All right, they ain't going to trade for no stars. It's basically going to be another situation in Milwaukee where they're going to be sitting there knowing what to do because there ain't going to be nothing in the first place, especially once Steph retires. The dude is going to be turning 38 in a couple months. All right, and then there's New York, right? I get it. That was one of his preferred destinations. And usually when a player requests to be traded to a number one team, they usually get sent there unless that player is Dame or anyone else that requests to trade to Miami. But my thing is New York, bro, listen, you ain't going to do nothing in New York. And I'm going to tell you why. Because New York is New York. They are the Knicks, okay? I'm not saying they cursed or anything like that. They are just the Knicks, bro. Like, what the heck is they going to do with Giannis? Nothing, okay? Not because, they just don't got the talent, but because that's their team. And also because I'm rooting some nasty stuff against Josh Hart. I'll never forget what that brother did to Jimmy, but that's for another episode. And all this being said, this is our time. This is our time to make this happen. Go get that superstar that we've been waiting for so long. And hopefully Jimmy gets traded to wherever because I need that brother to get bought out and maybe him and Pat can reconcile and we can get that championship. Who knows? Overall, man, I know I'm going into 50 different directions, but bottom line, bring me Giannis, bro. And I want to know, like, for y'all, when y'all look at this trade package for Miami, what y'all think is going to have to be the most that we're going to have to give up to make this happen? What's the ideal package? We'll start off with you, Kay.
Look, man, honestly, if you can get it done, if you can get it done, you got to send everything that ain't Bam, Norm. You try hard to keep Wiggins and Jaime, but everything else might have to be on the table. Now, ideally, I'm not of the same ilk as everybody else. And everybody's going to ask, question me like I'm crazy. But I mean, I think it can get done for, if you look at, okay, what they saying the Warriors going to offer. What's that? The 4 firsts, Jimmy, Kuminga, and Pods? Was that the package? Is that the package everybody's saying?
And Moses Moody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and Moses Moody? Okay. Mm-hmm. So if you look at that package, okay, Tyler and Kal-El are better than Kuminga and Pods.
That's
so
true.
And they're better to a point where if you add in a Jaime and then, you could keep Wiggins, you might that might be the thing along with the 3 picks. If Giannis wants Miami.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then they have to have a sense of doing right by that dude because, as I mentioned several times, he second most important player in their franchise history.
Exactly.
I mean, they if you're not gonna do right by him, who you gonna, who else can you convince that you're gonna do right by them? Like, we watched you do this to that dude. So, it's just a very intense situation, but I don't think and I'm gonna be honest with you. If they could flip now, I actually like Wiggs more than a lot of other people. But if they could find a way to flip Wiggs for one, if it all happens, I don't want to get rid of Wiggins. But if they were to go that route and to flip Wiggins for another one to try to hold on to Kal-El, I think that's possible. If you give them another one, if you give them 4 ones, I think they'll hold. I think they can try to hold on to Kal-El. But if it takes moving them, you move them. I want you to know that.
Right.
But I'm saying, I think if they could get to 4 ones along with Jaime and Hero, I think that could do it.
Right, because I'll say this, Kay, and maybe Alex, you're gonna add on to this. I just never envisioned specifically that scenario you mentioned, Kay, because we talked earlier, right? And like I mentioned, like maybe you could reroute Wiggins to a team like maybe not Golden State, because obviously with them in the pursuit, they probably wouldn't help us, but maybe a team like the Lakers or whoever, you get that first round pick and send them over to that specific team, and then you reroute that pick and whatever other capital you get to Milwaukee. Could that be a scenario too? I'm not sure, because obviously I don't know how the Bucks GM would operate. Alex, I know you had something you wanted to say about that specifically.
So yeah, man. So I've said from day one, like the deal honestly starts with Khalil. It
Mhm.
starts with him. No, no, I don't care how many picks you try and
You no,
throw
you're
in.
probably right.
I said, yeah, like Khalil is gone. Like, and the only way I've said the only way Khalil isn't gone means that Bam's gone. And they're not doing Bam, so it has to be Khalil. It has to be Tyler. Obviously, Milwaukee kid, a hometown kid. Um, a lot of the stuff that I've been listening to and hearing is like how the Heat probably the easiest way to make a pathway for them to get them would basically be for them to flip Wiggins to get a 2027 pick, because that would like open up other picks, and then they'd have like 3 or 4 picks that they could send out as long along with the like 2 or 3 pick swaps. Um, and I'm one of the people who I say like, yo, like you just got to get it done, man. Like I
Right.
said, send Khalil, figure it out. Go get the pick for Wiggs from somewhere, and go get everything you need and send it all. This is the guy that you send everything for. He's top 5 player in the league. Everybody talking about, oh, they don't think he's gonna be able to do it as long as for a bunch of years. We don't need him to do it for a bunch of years. We just need one. We needed it all to come together for 1 year. That and he'd be immortalized in Heat history, because he'd be bringing us our 4th championship. Only 4. So I'm with, hey, whatever we got to do to get it done. That's what we throwing in, man. Like Casper, is he can go. Jaime, if Jaime gotta go, he can go.
Everyone can go except Bam, bro. I don't give a frick. And you know what? Listen, Norman, obviously, well, y'all know what I meant by everyone, but still. But Bam and can stay. Everyone else, bro, book them the ticket, dog. Book them to Milwaukee or whatever. If this gotta be a 50 team trade, a team trade, I don't care, bro. Send everyone where they gotta go. But we need Giannis here ASAP. Like I said in my thing, give me
So if
Giannis.
that's the case, then that's the case. Then well, hell, you flip Norm and Wiggins for first, and maybe even get a player. You know what I mean, for Norm, because with Norm playing like he's playing, you could probably get a quality rotation player and a late one or whatever
That's
like
true.
that. Or
Yup.
And I understand that sentiment too. I think
and I'm
if
not.
it's
And again, I just want the people to know I don't want to trade any of those guys, but I'm saying
yeah,
in the situation where it has to happen. Go ahead, Alex. Let me cut you
yeah,
off.
I think like the guy who should be the safest to try and keep after Bam is Norm, because of the fact that he's in his early 30s. Obviously, he's looking for a contract extension. His contract extension is going to be cheaper than Tyler's is, and so like he can bring the requisite 3-point shooting and 3-point shot creation that you need to stretch the floor with a guy like Bam and with Giannis on the court. Um, I know I'm pretty sure that like if Giannis ended up in Miami, I know we ain't heard this name or thought about this name in a long time, but a guy like a Chris Middleton, he'd get bought out by the Wizards and he'd be in Miami in 2 days. Like so, and
What do Chris still got? Do he still got any juice left though, man?
I
I
think
do a
I
little
think he got enough.
wagering.
He got enough for one run. I think
Just
he
don't
got
give
it.
him 22. Please don't give him 22, or else I'm sorry. Like, please just don't make that happen.
So he
Like,
might what he wearing in with the Wizards, like number 8 or something. Give him number 8.
yeah,
And Antoine Walker vibes. Yeah, that's all
exactly.
we need is like, bro, like they're gonna be able to. And I know one thing that people always talk about is, oh, well, once you trade everything, and how you gonna find stuff? People want to play with Bam. People are gonna want to play with Giannis and Bam in Miami. So
Exactly.
even if it doesn't work out for us to miraculously put the team together and win it this year, next year or the year after that, we'll be able to, like, guys will come down here to try and win with those guys, man. So I like, oh man, I don't want to get too excited, man. I don't want to get too excited. I'm gonna pass the mic, man. I don't
Because
pass.
listen, not because like to add on to what you said, Alex, like this is a luxurious destination. You know, when you got one of the best players on the planet, and then you got the fact that a guy like Bam is on your team, someone who's literally best friends with I feel like everyone in the entire league. That right there just sets up so many options where players are gonna want to come here. And overall, like I look at this situation and I think this here for Giannis is just ideal because you heard people say he wants to be somewhere where there's sun. And then you have the fact that he just wants to go and compete for another championship. And I think for him, and because it's really about to be whether or not he wants to get traded now or till the deadline. I mean, how do I say this? Till the deadline or in the off season. And for me, it's gonna be at the deadline because first of all, there's the report that if he gets traded now, he can still be eligible to earn the most money possible with this extension. And then on top of that, I think for Giannis, like he just wants to be in a situation where he knows he can thrive in, and like he just wants to get this done ASAP because he doesn't want to hurt, any relationships with the Bucks fans, the Bucks organization, which is why he's kind of been, tiptoeing around this trade request. But at the same time, I look at this situation and I think Giannis has no issue with even requesting a trade. It's always been more so of not wanting to go down the same path as Damian Lillard went, right? Now, I mentioned this in the group chat where it's like if he gets traded, he doesn't want to be like Dame, where after building this whole brand of loyalty, he now gets sent to another team and then everything just falls apart, right? Like, because look at Dame, bro. I feel like if he could take back that trade request, he could. Because, like, you didn't get traded to the team you wanted to go to. All you got to show for your time in Milwaukee is a torn Achilles and an NBA Cup win. And like, listen, I'm not trying to go against the Cup. I know we're trying to make it into something special, but like, come on, it's not a championship, and that's what he came to Milwaukee for, right? So I think if he had the opportunity to take that back and just spend his whole career in Portland, I think he would have done that, knowing what would have came from that trade request. So, Alex, was there anything you wanted to add?
And just to jump in on the Giannis thing, like I know, and I've heard a lot of people saying this, and I agree with it in regards to the fact that Giannis, like, you're not Dame. Like you were in Milwaukee, you got it done. You got them a title, dog. Like your statue, they already know what your statue is gonna be. Like you're gonna have a statue. So you trying to tiptoe around, hey, like this isn't the place for me anymore. Like I really ended up feeling, I felt like before this report came out that he was willing to find a new home because obviously it wasn't a trade request or a trade demand. It's just, I'm ready for a new home, like in Giannis speak. And like I felt like it was going to end up being a situation how like Kevin Garnett when KG got traded to those green people and he won the title with them green people. And then he was just like, Dag, like to be honest, I probably should have got out of there like 3-4 years ago because then I would have had a longer runway to possibly win some more with them green people. Other
Right.
than just getting the one championship that in 2008, that obviously is the greatest championship in NBA history by the Green People fans math. But yeah, man. So I think like Giannis, like you got the job done. Now it's okay for you to go somewhere where you feel, all right, I'm gonna be more comfortable, and now I'm gonna have an even better chance to get the job done. That's how I feel about it.
Right. And I will say, like, I just think a lot of stuff just happened that just delayed his time to like leave there, because like it's one thing he ended up winning that championship in a fluke year. I don't care. It was a fluke year though, in 2021. And then when it seemed like something might happen that he's hesitant on like signing an extension, boom, they get Dame, and then not too long later, I think he ended up signing the extension, right? So it's like every time it seemed like he was gonna leave, something happened where it's like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna stick around. And now luckily we have not had that situation yet. So I do want to know, do we both do all three of us believe that Giannis will get traded at the deadline, or do y'all think there is a chance this could hold off into the off season? Let's see. Any if you guys want okay, you want to say anything?
I think he goes at the deadline.
Okay. I believe so too. And I'm Alex, I'm sure you're on the same boat as well.
So yeah, I mean, obviously, I know people have been talking about the fact that if Milwaukee just waits until the off season, they could probably get more teams to in the bid, and then on top of them getting more teams in the bid, they could possibly try and like get more for them. But I think Giannis is trying to get out of there because of the fact that he wants to be able to what I think there's the rule or something where you got to be somewhere for 6 months before you sign the
Right.
extension. And so like he's trying to get there now so that when that kicks in, he can sign that extension as fast as possible. And yeah, man, like I think it has to get done because I think in the summer he basically be becoming what's the junk called where like an expiring contract because
Yeah.
he doesn't have the extension. So now he can really strong arm Milwaukee into going wherever he wants. And I mean that makes it worse for them. So I think the best time is right now in less than a week, like six
Yep.
days, 5 days.
That's a good point you mentioned because if you're Milwaukee and you wait till the offseason, all them assets that you see teams offering for Giannis right now, you might have to realistically decrease that. Like you'll still probably get a solid hold, but it's not going to be whatever you could potentially get come February 5th, right? And I think that's something they got to look at. And I don't know, in my opinion, this is my theory for the situation. I think Milwaukee probably told Giannis in the offseason, kind of like what Brooklyn did with KD when he requested the trade. They're like, listen, yo, I get it. Things ain't looking good, but let us go into this offseason. Let us do what we got to do. Let us get some pieces there. We might get Miles Turner and then a couple other guys. And then after we do that, we're going to go into the season, see how things work. And if things are working out perfectly, then obviously that's great. Let's go try and compete for a championship. But if things don't work out, things are still looking bad. We'll work by you. We'll accommodate you the best way we can, especially because you were willing to see things out with us. And we will trade you come the deadline. So to me, I feel like they probably quietly made that deal to Giannis, and we have now reached to that latter being the outcome. So overall, like as we look into this, I know we don't want to try to talk about this for too long because we've already yapped about it a lot. Is there anything that y'all have to say, any closing points about this Giannis saga as we wait for these next few days to play out?
Nah, man, I honestly feel like it gets done though.
I hope so. I hope so, bro. Because listen, bro, this right here, you know what? And I don't even know because
This is the whale that Pat has been waiting for, the one that's been reported about, and they've been positioning themselves. And this is the guy. Like, so I have to believe that they didn't make a. I tell you what, they didn't make a knee jerk play on Ja. What we imagine could have been for the low to keep their stock together for this one. So that that shows that they still working with a fastball. We got to see if they throw that mother, but that they still got one.
Exactly.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Right. And now, is there anything you wanted to add?
Bring me Giannis, or
Amen.
if that don't work out, bring me Ja.
Listen, I like Josh.
And that'll be the next pod because we actually gonna start back podding again. If I can get Joel to get back reinvigorated about basketball.
Listen, man, get me honest, bro. Just make
But
that happen.
that would reinvigorate him. And I mean, it didn't help that his brother from another tore his ACL against us. See, that didn't help. That put Joel in the dark place.
Yes, bro. Like, because y'all gotta understand, I'm also a fan, so I done seen that game, and then I put on the Heat game immediately afterwards, and I see that thing. I'm like, dang, bro, like this is not my night. So with that being said, bro, like I said, Jimmy gonna come back. All right, he gonna pull that Alonzo Mourning 2006, get his ring. We gonna be good. But like with that being said, bro, I look at this, and as far as I'm concerned, like I said earlier in the show, Giannis, in my mind, mentally is a warrior or a Nick, and it's gonna stay like that because I can't train myself to think otherwise. Because I'm gonna be sad, I'm gonna be depressed, and like that's really gonna take me out of like basketball altogether. So yeah, he a warrior or Nick, as far as I'm concerned. But until then, Giannis, if you're watching this, bro, come here, bro, and I'll take back some of the stuff that I've wished against you after that Dame situation went down. You will be leaving Milwaukee anyways in that situation, right? But to the Bucks, just know like everything that I said was gonna happen to y'all, it's still gonna happen even after Giannis leaves, and I'll be there to enjoy every moment of it. So enjoy Tyler Hero if he does end up getting sent there. No hate to Tyler, low key, kind of. Well, I'm not gonna let my opinions be shared until after I see transactions take place. That's when I will air my official thoughts. Simply because I don't want certain opinions to come out while players are still on the team. But overall, man, we gonna be all right. We gonna find a way to get Giannis, and we gonna go from there. Before we wrap things up, we do got this Bulls game, so I do want to know what's y'all's opinion on this. Do we walk out with the dub and go 2-0 these in the second game of this matchup?
I'm not rushing you. I was telling you to wrap up your hate spew on the guy that's still currently on the roster. Anyway, but I mean, yeah, we getting to the end too, because getting hungry over here. But as far as this rest of these two games, I expect us to split the last two games. I wouldn't be surprised to see them win both of them, but they definitely gonna go 1-1 in the last two.
I agree.
They need to try to win them all. I mean, well, obviously, but it would be they need them all.
Yeah. Because listen, that's why I hate this type of thing, because like I feel like when you play 2-3 times in a row, it gives them momentum to take one.
It automatically leans split. This home and home thing they've been doing, which is cool. I kind of like it. But just off the numbers alone, no matter how good or bad the team is, it just automatically leans split. Yeah. Now, if you're a good team, you're gonna win two out of most of them all. And if you're a bad team, then more often you're gonna lose two. But if you just want to bet even money, what the line is, what's always $1 to $1, it's always gonna lean split.
Right. Alex, how about you?
So yeah, I mean, especially with how the last game ended and how Ayo Dosunmu went crazy in the fourth quarter. Obviously, the Bulls are going to be at home again for this next one. So, in my heart of hearts, they lose this next one.
I thought they both was in Miami. You sure?
Nah, the next one. So, they played in Chicago. They playing again in Chicago. And then the one on Sunday is in Miami. So, I think, potentially,
well, because I see it says tomorrow they're playing in Miami.
For real?
Yeah, because I think we played twice in Chicago, right? Because I know yesterday's game was in Chicago.
Wait, no, it was. It does say. I'm looking right now. It does say Kaseya. I thought they.
Well, and the only reason I know because I was having this conversation with somebody else. Like, I think both of them. Yeah. So, and that's why I said there's a chance. I think they could win them all because they're both at home.
Right.
They're a home team, of course, but they gotta cut out all the bull and stay ready and don't let Ayo Dosunmu muck the game up in the end.
Yeah, y'all right. It's both in Miami, so hey man, win them both.
Home court. Just do what you gotta do.
Protect this house. We must protect this house.
That's a fact.
And listen, even if we lose, I don't care because that gives me more argument for why they need to get off their feet and get Giannis. So overall, I'm not losing regardless. But like I said, he's a Warrior or Nick. We gonna roll with that until a trade actually happens. With that being said, though, thank y'all so much for tuning in to today's episode of Heat vs. the World. Make sure to follow our guys K and Alex, K at K_said_K, Alex on Twitter at _Coach Lewis1, me on Twitter at Joel K Jacob _ HVTW podcast is where you can find Heat vs. the World. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, shout outs to Mamba, bro. RIP Kobe. I know we looking at 6 years after his passing. But overall, bro, aside from that, man, we gonna be all right, Heat fans. I think so. Okay. If y'all see another pod after this, that means we got Giannis. If not, that man, I went on the mental health break again. So hopefully y'all will see another episode very soon, and we will be celebrating Giannis. And if not, it's been a great season. And hopefully next year will be even more entertaining. So, just two endings just in case. So y'all will know which ending to work with once we get that report from Shams.
We going like that?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. I need to see what happened first. So, like, overall, man, shout outs to the Heat. Okay, we gonna figure this out. And like Michael Irvin said, do what you need to do today. I'm not nervous, just saying. Overall, thank y'all for listening to today's episode of the Heat vs. the World podcast. Hit my music because we out.
behind my back.
Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time with a brand new episode of the Heat versus the World podcast.